Hey guys, it's Exotic Bot, and today we're playing Stillwater. Right? Pretty cool. Oh, this is achievements. Okay, let's go back. Alright, and this game should be a full game. And this time I'll make sure I'll do it in parts this time because I know the last video was pretty long, so I'll do it in parts this time so it's easier for me to edit the videos. So yeah, let's get started. This is a work of fiction where resemblance to any real-life people is purely coincidental. This game contains depictions of horror, mature themes, violence, and strong language. Viewer discretion is advised. Okay, so if any of that scares you, then I suggest not watching this video. Caretaker. I'm sorry, but I can't stay here anymore, Nina. I feel like I'm going crazy. Calm down. If we can just talk it out. So many strange things keep happening one after another. Every day there's this damn dripping sound. That was just something leaking at first, but I check every faucet, every ceiling, everything, and still. Okay, real quick. Um, Okay, this sound here. Okay, sorry about that. Set this up. Still, I hear it everywhere, constantly echoing in my ears. Please, please listen to me. Oh, but the water, that damn water. Water. Yes, it's everywhere. Pools of it are all over the house, and every time I try to mop it all up, another will appear. There's no end to it. Oh, but it's at night. It's at night when it comes. What are you talking about? I hear someone or something walking along the hallways at night. Maybe it's just my grandfather. No, Nina, it's not him. I thought it was, but it's not. But I've seen it, that thing. I only glimpsed at it once, but I'm more than certain that that thing was not your grandfather. Ever since that night, I would lock my door and pray would walk past my room. I don't know what's going on, but I swear it just keeps walking. Always walking in pools of water. Sometimes I hear them randomly. Their steps are erratic and faint, but I can still hear them. Just a steady pace up and down the halls. But I think recently it's no longer like that. What do you mean? Every morning I follow to see where the wet footprint. I follow to see where the wet footprints lead. It walks towards something more clearly than before. It walked down the halls, climb the stairs, and turn corners. All of it I'd follow. Eventually the trail would come to a stop, and it would all stop right by your grandfather's room. His room? If this is some sick joke to scare me away, then please stop. It's not a joke, Nina. I meant when I meant when I said that there is something wicked going on in this house. That can't be true. I know this is a lot, but you have to believe me. I can't stay here any longer. I'm sorry, Nina. It's okay, I understand. Thank you for taking care of my grandfather up until now, and I'm sorry for all the stress I've caused you. I'll be sure to pay right away as soon as I. Nina, listen to me. I don't know what's happening around here, but the woman on the phone cautiously looks around, turning her head constantly back and forth, looking over her shoulder to find if any others listening in. Oh shoot. Okay. Okay. Real quick. Sorry, guys. Sure. Let's do this. Oops. Okay. Alright, there we go. Sorry about that. Promise that's the last time. She grips the phone so close to her ear in a vice-like grip before speaking again in a hushed tone. Something terrible is lurking in this house. I don't know what it is, but please, as soon as you get back, take your grandfather and just leave this place. Leave. I can't just leave everything behind. We have nowhere else to go. Please, Nina, this place is not safe. The rumors are true. The curse is real. My family is not cursed. But Nina, at this rate, you and your family will. Enough. Pause. Cold and sharp tenses strains the call of both, as both women, exhausted and stressed beyond their comfort, try to stifle their growing frustrations towards one another. Neither yielding to the other's thoughts, only leaving anger and hurt to fester through the silence. After what feels like a suffocating stillness, Nina finally sighs heavily and responds bluntly to the caretaker. Look, I don't know what you heard or saw, but I can't just leave things like this. Whoever or whatever they are, they will answer to me. I won't let them have their way. I don't have time waste. I don't have time wasting my energy on this stupid curse. So if you can't help me, then so be it. I'll find a way. Nina, my grandfather is all I have left. He is all I have left. Shit. Dinner 7 a.m. Okay. Oh, diner 7 a.m. Amid a foggy morning, there sits a man by the corner of a booth. He drinks black coffee and, depending on his mood, occasionally orders a donut. And today was just black coffee. Ugh, Hugo. I swear I swear, no, I swear, I've never seen that amount of paperwork in my life. A freaking mountain worth of it. You're a, you're a valuable member of our team, Hugo. My foot. I'm sorry guys, doing it again. I'm starting to believe that I was bamboozled into joining their agency. Ha. Hugo Laurent, age 30, take a good look at his cup of joe and chugs it all in one sitting. He then continues to grumble to himself about last night's grueling work at the office. I really need to find a different job. As he contemplates his poor life choices, he looks out towards the early mist. There was something inherently terrifying about the fog to him, how it engulfs everything and nothing. Even if it disappears, it always leaves behind traces, proof of it remaining. Even in a quaint little town like this, I can't even run from my fate, I guess. Hugo finally stares at the compiled newspaper clippings he put together. Some of them from recent events, but mainly all were past headlines of missing person cases. No matter how many times I see this, it's still just as hard to look at. Fixating case after case, he can't help but remind himself that there is a reason for all this. An all too personal reason. Seeing strange things comes with a price. In the end, I'm the one doing this to myself. Sounds rough. Mind if I join you? Okay. Mind if I join you? I don't know what language this is. An annoyingly familiar voice interrupts his train of thought. He slowly looks up to see the one responsible, although reluctantly. Good morning, Hugo. Hugo scowls and turns away from him. He then gathers the files and shoves it back into the binder. Meanwhile, the tall man takes this as an initiative and sits at the opposite end of the booth. He greets the waitress passing by and orders himself the hefty body breakfast special with an extra plate. As usual, the waitress is happy to oblige and goes back to the counter to relay his order. The man then looks back at Hugo. He sees the empty cup and the now jumbled newspaper clippings. All the while, Hugo is trying to ignore him. You really should eat something with that black coffee. Not ordering any donuts today? I'm fine, Noah. I'm just not in the mood, okay? Not even a little? There's a momentary silence between them before Noah disturbs it once more. Well, too bad for you. I ordered a big breakfast for the two of
Big bag.
us. Two? As if the world could grace Noah with even more As if the world could grace Noah with an even more perfect punchline, the food arrives. Why the hell did you order for the two of us? Just eat what you want to eat, don't worry about me. Wow. Uh, Mud King Sorrow, right, Hugo? Are you even listening to me? Come on, we both know that if you don't eat now, who knows when you will. Who knows when you will, and I'm not about to let you faint again. So open wide. Noah De Leon, age 27, a natural-born charmer, is also the only person in the world lovingly who lovingly threatens him to eat every day. With a pensive look, Hugo finally gives in and eats the generous spoonful without further complaints. It's good, right? Good food will always help cheer you up. Damn him, I got swept away again. Oh, by the way, the chief will be out for a business trip. She mentioned it will be for a couple of days. When did she tell you this? I didn't hear anything about it. Yesterday, I think. Yesterday. She told me to sort out the cabinets yesterday. She didn't mention anything about business trip. I guess it was a pretty sudden one. Well, I mean, she did tell me to tell you. And look at me, I know where you go every morning. Oh, that's creepy. You know what? I'm not surprised anymore. Well, what do you want? Well, what do you want to do? We technically have the day off. We're gonna head back to the office. There's a couple of boxes I didn't get a chance to sort out. In that case, I'll come with you. Why? You could just rest for the Why? You could just rest for the day and pass up this opportunity to get to know you better, Kia. Quit it. After their enlightening banter, the two of them finish their breakfast, pay for the meals, and head to Hugo's car. As Noah opens the door to the passenger seat, he notices a bloodhound sleeping inside. The big dog stares at the sound of the car opening, elusively stares at Noah. I'm sorry, big guy. He then closes oh. He then closes the door while trying not to make too much noise to disturb his occupant. Colby. At the sound of his name, his heavy-lidded eyes slowly peek to see who calls for him. It is his one and only partner, his human. As if finally realizing who he is or where he is, that old bloodhound stirs up from his sleep, pounces at Hugo, and proceeds to wag his tail uncontrollably. Bark. Good morning again, Colby. Had a nice nap? Colby, 8 years old, Hugo's most faithful and loving partner in crime, has the biggest tendency to just sleep all over the place. Noah, who is witness, uh, Noah, who is witnessing all of this from the back seat, chuckles to himself. He is amazed and slightly defeated at Hugo's sudden surge of energy. It doesn't matter how many times I try. When it comes to boosting up his mood, no one can beat Colby. Agency, 7:50 a.m. Ooh, that's a nice office. The three head back to the office. The space is just the same as Hugo left it. A decent organized mess. To his credit, for the amount of boxes he painstakingly went through, he believes he did a fair job, albeit it could have been better. Wow, you really outdid yourself, Hugo. It looks less crowded. Ah, shut it, will you? I said I was gonna get to it. Thanks, boy. Before Hugo could continue to give deserved head pats, he notices someone. A woman stands timidly be a woman stands timidly peering outside from the storefront. She looks a bit frantic and even more restless with her disheveled and ill-fitted clothes, drawing emphasis to her already too visible petite frame. The woman tries to grasp the the woman tries to grasp the door handle several times but stops before she could touch it. Her brows furrow, agitated and distressed about something. So much to the point is preventing her from just simply reaching out for help. However, when she finally makes her eye However, when she finally makes eye contact with Hugo, she immediately rushes in. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I know that the close. The closed sign is up. I saw you come in, and I. Are you alright, miss? I need your help. Our grandfather, he. Before she can continue explaining, Noah swiftly cuts in front of Hugo and intervenes in all too practiced manner. It's okay. It's okay, miss. We'll hear what you have to say. So please, why don't you sit right over there? Noah gestures to one of the empty seats at the other side of the office. The poor woman hesitates for a moment. She clutches desperately to the strap of her purse, her eyes focusing apprehensively on them and at the jester's seat. After mulling over Noah's offer, she quickly glances back and nods. The woman then walks towards the corner of the room and sits at the edge of the sofa. Her posture is wary and tense, giving no sense of comfort for even this brief, mo- uh, brief moment of peace. There we go. Can you start off by telling us your name? I apologize for earlier. I'm usually a bit more composed than this, but I guess I'm failing at that too. My name is Nina Mortimer. Ah, hello, Miss Nina. My name is Noah D. Leon. I'm one of the assistants here. That big guy next to you is our other lovely assistant, Colby. And the one brooding over here is private investigator Hugo Lauren. Hmm, I'm not brooding, I'm just tired. And our chief is always on business. I think we could still accommodate you. So how can we help, Miss Nina? For just a moment, Nina appeared a bit more lax, more hopeful, maybe even relieved from this warm welcome. However, she once again tenses up. The guilt and shame come rushing back to her vis- to her visible by the creases of her brow as she realizes why she is here. I need help watching over my grandfather tonight. Tonight? Yes, I know this is a strange request, but my hands are tied on this. It has to be tonight. I'm sorry, Miss Nina, but I don't quite understand. Is your grandfather in any danger? I think someone's trying to take him away. Take him? Christina, I think you should contact the police right away. They are far more equipped at handling this kind of situation. No, they're not. I've tried requesting their help, but they've given me the same answer verbatim for weeks now. They would send someone out to watch over the manor for the entire day, but by the end of the routine, they would always report back nothing unusual. They saw no one else leaving or arriving at the house other than me or the caretaker. In spite, ugh, I speak too fast. And despite telling them all in detail about the letters and all the strange things that's been happening, there is nothing they can do about it but just sit around until it escalates even more. I can't wait any longer, any more than this, then it'll all be too late. If only I knew who Lewis was. Lewis? She lets out a gasp, her hands shot out to cover her mouth, realizing she had said too much so carelessly. She tries to avert her gaze, but Hugo stares persistently at her. Miss Nina, who is Lewis? Are they the ones causing all this? Once more, she contemplates, her brows knit closely together as she bites her lips nervously. It's as if the words she wanted to say have suddenly died out, too heavy to even utter. A mistake she can't take back. Before the silence stretches further, Noah speaks to Nina with a gentle and reassuring tone. Miss Nina, I know it's scary. All of the things you've mentioned to us so far, no one should ever have to experience, especially by themselves. I assure you, we'll listen to all of it, and I promise. Wild and manic eyes search deeply at them, trying desperately to discern any doubt or mistrust on their faces. However, all she sees are people who are willing to give their time to simply listen to her, to actually help her. Amidst the lull, Nina looks to the side where her purse is and opens it. Tucked aside, tucked aside one of the pockets, she takes out a single, slightly crumpled up envelope with a pigmented, red wax seal pressed in the middle. At a glance, Yuko can tell right away that this letter appears to be a bit more worn out and antique. Yet, despite its delicate form, it remains well preserved, well kept. It's as if the letter itself was untouched by time, forever waiting to be opened. Grandfather has been receiving cryptic letters for the past month now. The letters didn't come with an address or the name of his sender. But this one is different from the rest. This had the name Lois on it. As she hands over the letter, Hugo notices her hand slightly shaken. Nina is still avoiding his gaze, but he knows she's trying. Ugh, but he knows she's trying in earnest. But 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 before he could reach out his hand, he senses it. What is this? A faint shift in the room, unnoticeable to the others, but all too glaringly clear to him. There's something very wrong with this letter. Suddenly, Hugo recoils his hand away in pain, like being struck with something sharp, so spontaneously, so memorable, that even if the pain disappears within seconds, a hint of it remains. Something so small akin to a prick from a rose thorn, or more like a paper cut. Are you alright? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hurt you. No, I'm fine, Miss Mortimer. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. Hugo's. Mm, sorry. Hugo stares squarely at the cut. A thin red line starts to form slowly by the top of his index finger, trailing down and stopping just above the first crease. A red so clearly visible it's taunting. That doesn't look like a normal paper cut to me. Let me get you a band-aid. It's fine, no, I don't need one. But really, it's fine. It doesn't even hurt that much. No one takes one good look at him before sighing exasper- exasperatedly and sitting back down in his chair, still eyeing on Hugo's hand. Hugo shrugs and returns his attention back to the letter, but this time, luckily, nothing happens. For it to reach all the way out here with just a letter alone is truly terrifying. He carefully removes the content of the envelope and unfolds it. At first, it looks like any other normal written message. A person named Lois asking the other, Henry, to come meet him by the lake at midnight, needing, needing to share something important with him. However, what's eerily striking about this is not the letter itself. Appearing at the bottom of the page, a message scrawled unlike the rest stands visibly out to Hugo. A message that shouldn't be there. Remember our promise, Henry. When did you receive this letter? Yesterday. And your grandfather, where is he right now? He's currently back at the house with the caretaker. I promised them I wouldn't be out for too long. I made an agreement with them, you see. Oh, what sort of agreement? The caretaker we have now agreed to watch over my grandfather, but only during the day. Before nightfall, they would leave exactly at the same time. Before nightfall? I wanted to believe that this whole thing was an elaborate scheme to scare my family away. I know this sounds crazy, but at one point I thought everyone was in on it. The mail carriers, the officers, the caretakers. Everyone had a hand in making our family suffer. But this one was different. Up until now, I've never heard of anyone by that name. Not a relative or family friend. But he clearly know but he clearly know who grandfather is. If I don't do something about this, I'll lose him too. Just by uttering the words alone, Nina begins to break down. The stress, the anxiety, uh, the stress, the anxiety, the fatigue, all of it was finally catching up to her. Her body hunches forward, her hands press close to her eyes as she tries to cover the stream of tears running down her face. As an act of comfort, Kobe sits closer to Nina while Noah fetches tissues for her. Hugo, on the other hand, is puzzled. She said this whole thing has been going on for the past month, but something doesn't add up. Before nightfall, I think there is more to this she's not admitting. Hold on. Okay, so I'm back. Whatever happened with the letter, I am more than certain. Certain that whoever or whatever Lewis is, they're coming for blood. Well, we're definitely taking the case. Do you want more tissues? We'll do it. We'll take on your case. For a moment, for a moment, everything goes still. Their eyes and attention are solely directed at Hugo, whose eyes have a certain glint to them, now unwavering and more determined than ever. Before anyone else speaks, Nina stands up, wipes away any stray tears from her face, and walks up to him. You'll take it? Hugo simply nods. Thank you, thank you. You don't know you don't know how much this means to me. We're glad to help Miss Nina, please just call me Nina. Well, Nina, we'll do our best. Nina smiles at Hugo and Noah in gratitude. Her eyes burned with a faint gleam of hope that maybe things will change for her and her family for the better. However, before heading out, Nina reaches into her bag with more. She takes out a small piece of paper and a pen and hastily starts jotting down something. I best be on my way now. I'll let grandfather know ahead of time you'll be coming. Also, this is my address. Oh, we got her address. I'll be sure to greet you all when you arrive.
Do it.
And thank you again, truly. She politely bows to them and walks out of the office, already reaching to her purse for her car keys. Hugo watches from his desk as she goes to open the driver's seat. Nina looks back at the office window and takes one last look at Hugo. She waves slightly at him before finally pulling out of the parking lot and driving off. Once out of sight, Hugo turns to look at his cluttered desk. So messy but presentable. I guess I'll have to sort these out later again. Car, 5:30 p.m. From the ongoing downpour to the quiet hums of the car, they sit in silence. Still miles off their destination, Hugo constantly checks the rear view mirror to see passing cars. But it was only them on the road. Noah, who usually chats his ear off by now, leans quietly against the car door as he looks out to the passing streetlights, reserved and distant. He has, oh my god. Okay, he hasn't said a word to Hugo since they left the office. Hey, you're a lot quieter than usual. What's wrong? Ha, what a surprise. Have you been looking at me, Kia? No, you idiot. No, you idiot. You usually just talk a lot, that's all. So do you miss me talking? Just say it. Do you believe her story? What? Given all the things she told us, do you think she's telling the truth? Yes, I believe her, or at least I believe she hasn't lied to us. But I can't shake this feeling that she is hiding something. Like if she left out certain details on purpose. Also, why did she have to travel this far out of town for a private eye? Surely, surely there must have been another far closer to her home than ours. I just don't know how to explain it. As expected of you, Hugo. Are you making fun of me? No, not at all. I'm just admiring your observations. I didn't want to offend Nina earlier, so I kept quiet until she finished. But her last thing caught me off guard. Have you heard about Mortim the Mortimers? They're they're a pretty distinguished family that own an esteemed fishing company. Well, they used to, I believe. They have yet to name an heir. What do you mean? Shouldn't it naturally go to Nina? It should, but I don't know. From what I hear, each time they try to name a, to name a successor, that relative mysteriously disappears. Gone without a trace, or so anyone thought. Their bodies would soon turn up months after. You know what's strange? All of them have been labeled as accidents by local news. No foul play, just another unfortunate loss for the family. They've been struck with so many tragedies that over time people begin to believe they're cursed or something. Cursed. I think I can understand why she wouldn't go to the police again. Okay, I know I said it's the last one, but real quick. Okay. Okay. They most likely thought she was seeing things and went along with the procedures just to keep face. But deep down, they must have thought she had gone mad. I can't imagine all of this for Nina. And most of all, what we'll, who knows what we'll find out. Jeez, okay. Most of all, who knows what we'll find there. Is that why you decided to come with me? Well, partially. I'm more worried about you, though. B, why? Think of it this way, I'm the appointed driver. When you decide to do some pretty reckless shit, I'll be there to drive you to the local hospital. Ugh. Besides, two is better than one. Exactly. I was fine with Cole becoming with me. Well, have you heard that three is better than two? Ugh. Mortimer Estate, 6 p.m. There's the house. Passing through countless dirt roads and steep cliffs, the estate can finally be seen beyond the evergreen. Nestled away from prying eyes, it stands tall, magnificent, and classic. Truly a rarity only afforded to the privileged. And yet, with all its opulence, it looms from a distance. Hugo Noah could only gaze at the sheer scale of the manor. Its grand stature topples easily over the dozens of houses they drove past. Wow, look at the size of it. I could never imagine seeing a house like this in person. It's almost too surreal. Come on, she's waiting for us. Oh, immediately after exiting the driver's seat, a sudden sharp pain weighs heavy on Hugo's chest. Grasping tightly at his coat, he begins to gasp for air. His vision hastens as he leans close to the car, trying desperately to ground himself. Like a fish drawn out of the sea, he desperately heaves. The air in his lungs escaping too quickly burns as he feels his throat start to strain, drawing tighter the more he breathes. But his pain pales in comparison to a feeling far more excruciating. Is it the house? No, something far more sinister. He feels that someone is watching him. A piercing gaze fixed on him, like leering at a bug waiting to strike. We'll be together soon, Henry. What the hell? Damn it already. I need to hurry or else. Hey, are you alright? Noah calls out to him, snapping him out of this fixed trance. Colby nudges his head against Hugo, whining with concern over his partner's well-being. Did you hear that just now? Hear what? That voice. It was so close to my ear. Is everything alright? Oh, I'm fine. Don't mind me. I'm just a bit witted out from the trip, that's all. I'd be happy to make you tea at the very least, if it's no trouble. No, not at all. It's the least I can do. Once again, this subtle uneasiness from Nina surfaces. Okay, I hope she stops backdooring this. But before Hugo could get a chance to look further into it, she walked off towards the front porch without saying another word. Are you sure you're alright? You sounded like you were choking earlier. I said I'm fine. Besides, we're already here. We can't back out now. Listen to me. I think you should. Noah abruptly cuts his lecture short as he notices Nina stopping by the front door. She stands by the door, silently contemplating something. It's just like before, but this time she seems even more anxious. Whatever unease she tried to mask earlier became more apparent the minute they walked closer to the front door. I haven't been quite honest with you, Detective. Just like before, as if carefully choosing her next words, she decides that in this situation, words are not enough. You'll see for yourself what I mean. And with that, Nina enters the house, leaving the tree to follow behind. Hugo is about to enter through the foyer when he feels a tug on his arm. Don't forget what I told you. If something happens, let me know right away. You'll be the first to know. And with that, Noah releases his grip on Hugo. They proceed to head in, not knowing what awaits them beyond the door. Okay, okay, so I'm gonna stop it here. Okay, so we made it to the house. So the next episode, let's probably investigate the house. So okay, actually, this. All right, so I'll see you guys in the next episode or the next part tomorrow.